guys, it's Mandy and
Rob
with Heart and Soul Farm. How are y'all doing? So we haven't shot a video in a while just because it has been so crazy busy, and with the change of weather, just getting back on different routines, because there's certain things that we do in the winter that we don't have to worry about in the summer, like water freezing and all of that. So it's just been a little bit crazy. But if you don't follow us on Instagram, we did something a little bit crazy. Okay, a lot of it crazy. And so we went to Royal King on y'all, I can never say it right. Say it again.
Royal King.
There you go. On Christmas Eve. And while we were there, I of course happened to wander over to my favorite section, the chick section. So when I went over there, there was a gentleman and he was like, "Hey, are you looking for some chicks?" And I was like, "Maybe, you never know." And I'm gonna get a little bit closer because the wind started blowing, and I had one video I shot this whole area and you guys couldn't hear anything I said. So long story short, the guy said, "Well, we have to get rid of all of these chicks." And I was like, "You know, why? What's going on?" And they said that nobody will come in on Christmas, so they'll sell all of them to us. What was the price?
They were 99 cents each.
99 cents each.
Regularly like over $2.
Yeah, they were Americanas and what was the other one called?
Jersey Giants and Black Asians.
Yes, Jersey Giant, Black Asian, and Americanas. All for $1 each. So when you're looking at, like, you know, those little areas that they have of the chicks, it doesn't look like that many chicks. It really doesn't. You're like, "Oh, you know, no big deal." But when they started counting, they're pulling them out, handing them to Rob. He's putting them in a box. And they goes like to 50. And I'm like, "Oh God." And it goes to 60. And there's still quite a few chicks, y'all. It was 88. He got 88 chickens. And I was like,
You know I'm a sucker for a deal, so I couldn't stop. I couldn't help myself.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes. It was 5 boxes of chicks, like big boxes.
Yeah, the girl at the register was like, "What? Are all these chickens?" I'm like, "Yeah, they're chickens."
It was so much. So for the last month, we have been raising these chickens. I didn't put any video on them. I should have, but as y'all know in previous videos, I said, I'm horrible. I'm so horrible about grabbing the camera. So they've been in our garage in like a brooder that Rob made. And of course, they've outgrown that. So then if y'all have looked back on previous videos that we shot this previous summer, he built a really awesome chicken tractor. And so we've moved them from the garage out to the chicken tractor. And they have heat lights out here. We are in Tennessee, so our winters don't get too brutal. But the last couple nights it has been, you know.
It still gets down to freezing or a little bit below.
Yeah, like the last couple nights for sure. So we do still have some heat lamps in here. And the whole back of the chicken tractor is completely enclosed. And then he actually tacked some cloth on the front just to help with the wind going through, the wind barrier. So today I just want to show y'all, it's so hilarious, like in retrospect. So we started off with, y'all know this little handy dandy perfect little water. You know, they're little bitty chicks, they barely do it, you put it in there. This is what we started off in. Well, of course this didn't last very long, and we had several of these, of course, not just a singular one.
Not with 80 plus chicks.
No!
That's not going to cut it. Unless you got a lot of time on your hands, which we don't.
No, because we both work full-time jobs, so we have to juggle this. So it's hilarious to think that this is what we started off with. Then we've upgraded to the quarts, 5 quarts, and we have several 5 quarts in here. And we've come to the realization that in itself is still
not sufficient for all these birds.
So yeah. Well, okay, we started off with 88 and we have 71 now. Unfortunately, we did lose some, and that's bound to happen. I understood that. It still was heartbreaking, like I was really upset, but with 71 chickens is still...
It's still a lot.
A lot of freaking chickens. So now y'all, listen to this. I can't even believe it. This is what we've had to... Rob was like, came home today, he's like, "I gotta go to Tractor Supply." This is what he comes home with. You guys.
like, you know, I'm kind of over it, guys. I love the birds. I don't mind caring for them. But it was time to upgrade. So we're upgrading.
You guys, do you see how big this thing is? This is a monster. Like, I'm it's like half of my body. I'm 5'7". It's like half of me. It's so huge. It's a 5-gallon water. I've never used this one before. I love it already. If any of you guys have used this and you have any suggestions or any thoughts, let me know down in the comments because I'm, super curious. But this is what we've got, so we're going to upgrade. So we've upgraded now the water, and we also upgraded the feeder. So now we have two, oh, here they come. Hi, little one. So now we have two industrial size waters and feeders. And we're joking that we're actually probably gonna have to get 2 more.
Yeah, I asked him jokingly because I already knew at Tractor Supply, do you have any that are larger than this? And she's like, I think this is the largest we got.
Well, it is pretty good size, honey. It's a pretty good size.
And I know you can make some larger ones and put little water nipples on the side of some larger barrels and stuff, but we may even get to that point.
Yeah.
But right now, while these are still chicks, this should be sufficient.
And this is just like a step up. So they go from the brooder, and now they're coming out here. So they're gonna probably be in the chicken tractor for maybe 2 weeks more, and then they'll be moved actually out to the yard. So this is we don't want anything too permanent right here, because like I said, this is just a temporary step on their way out. I just think it's still a little bit too cold at night to put them with the rest of the flock.
And she likes to baby the chickens, so we don't let the birds be birds. Here, they're babies.
I just give them the best start possible so that I can have the most successful laying hens there are.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I tell myself. I spoil everything. But we want to give them a good life, This is Neely, if you can see her in the shot. I'm not sure if you can. She won't hurt the chicks at all. She's our farm cat. You'll see her on Instagram quite a bit. So she's the boss cat, make sure everything's good. So figured we would show you guys all of the chicks and the setup that we have going on, and how we've literally had to grow with the chicks also, like as far as like the supplies have had to grow just as the chicks are growing. So wanted to kind of show you what we got ourselves into.
And also, these are going to be our layers. So
right.
These aren't meat birds. We've grown meat birds before.
Yeah.
But now we're giving extra loving care to these so that they will grow up and we can get sufficient amount of eggs. And boy, will we get a lot of eggs.
Yeah, how many did you say you thought it would be a year?
Well, they'd lay over 200 a year, each chicken, so that's a lot of eggs.
Can you imagine? What are we gonna do, y'all? Oh my gosh.
I love omelets, but
there's a limit.
We're gonna have to look into some more recipes.
There's a limit. But yeah, so just wanted to bring you along, and we will be doing meat chickens again. If you guys are interested in seeing how we did our meat chickens, go back through our videos and you can see our processing setup when we did our 26 meat chickens, and we'll do another batch of those in the spring. So excited for that to start. We're gonna do a big batch this year too, so.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big shindig. I think we're gonna have people over.
Yeah.
Might do a little training.
Yeah, invite a bunch of people to come over to help, to learn how to process and like take part in it. And if it got really bright all of a sudden, sorry guys, the sun decided to shine upon us. It's been days since we've had good sun here.
That's okay. And if anybody happens to be in the Tennessee area that may want to participate in maybe butchering the meat birds later in the season, leave us some comments down below or some information, and we'll be glad to have you over.
Yeah, 100%. We love to share any knowledge that we have, and we're sure that we love to get knowledge from other people too. We just want to continue to get as educated as possible in the whole homestead aspect of everything. So
yeah. We don't claim to be professionals, but we're definitely learning just like everyone else, and the things that we have learned we'd love to share with you.
Well guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I know it's kind of a shorter one, but I was like, Rob and I were talking and we're like, we've got to share what's going on. So much cool stuff is happening. Stay tuned for another video. We'll show the greenhouse that we've been working on, and I know I should have showed video during the process. I think he got a little bit, But at least we can show you the after effects. So yeah, we got our greenhouse up finally, so we're super excited about that. And we'll try to get better with videos, we promise. We'll try.
All right, guys. So appreciate you watching today. See you next time. Bye.
Bye. Look what we got, guys. Can you believe it? This is 71 layer chicks. What were we thinking?